Hello, and thank you for joining me for Gentle Yoga with Tanya. I'm Tanya. A few things before we get started with our practice. Please make sure you have on hand a little blanket or a pillow or a folded towel, just something that you can use in case you need a little extra boost in some of our poses, or a little extra cushion, as the case may be. And we are going to move to a standing poses in a portion of our practice. So if you need a little bit of extra support making the transition from floor to standing, please make sure you have a chair nearby or a wall. And then while we're doing our standing poses, if you do need a little extra support, please feel free to hold on to the chair. All of these poses can be adapted using that tool if needed. So no worries there. So let's get started. We're just going to do a little intentional breathing here. And I'm going to adjust my feet a little bit. I'm stacking my shins. And this would be a great time to sit on your folded blanket if you want. And I'm just going to put one hand on my chest, one hand on my belly. We're going to breathe in here. Just really noticing the gentle movement of the abdomen on the inhale, and the way that it moves on the exhale. And as you're breathing in this really nice, full way, you can let your head drop a little if it's okay for you. And just breathe here. Just taking in everything around you, how your body feels in this position, and noting the breath. Notice if you're going too far forward. Notice if you're leaning too far back. Just notice. And as you're breathing steadily here, if you want to allow yourself an intention for class today, setting a mindful phrase or a mindful goal or just some mindful emotion, just something that's going to either inform your practice or just inspire you in your practice, or maybe it's how you are hoping you feel when you're done. Whatever your intent might be for being here today, go ahead and mentally say it out loud, sing it, whatever feels right for you. For me today, it's the concept of letting go. Letting go of where I was, letting go of where I want to be, and just accepting where I am. Letting go of thoughts or feelings or emotions that are keeping things, in a stressful place. Just letting that go. It's fall cleanup time, friends. Whatever that means for you. In the body, in the home. Just letting go. Decluttering. One more really nice breath here. And we're going to switch the feet. So I had my left foot in front. Now I'm going to switch. And while you're switching, you can give them a little shimmy shake if you need to, a little windshield wiper action. And now I'm going to have my right foot on the outside. And my legs aren't crossed. My shins are just buddies here. And we're just going to massage our hands, bringing a little bit of warmth. And then Just take your hands and just very gently, starting at the base of your skull, just doing some little gentle pulses, like a squeeze and a release. And I say pulse because I'm thinking a little lighter than an actual squeeze. You don't want to, no squeezes, much lighter than that. And working your way down towards the tops of your shoulders. Just a couple of times, working your way from the base of your skull to the tops of your shoulders in a very, very gentle way. Very nice. And then shaking your hands out. Good. Let's warm the neck up a little bit. So we're going to breathe in here. And as you exhale, just let your head go over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. One more time each side. And inhale back to center. Very nice. So now I want you to take your right hand and let it just sit nicely next to you. I have it pretty close to my upper thigh here. And then I'm just going to inhale my left arm up and just lean, and then you can let this hand move out so you find that comfort level. Just leaning a little here. You can look up towards your arm, breathing in. And on your next inhale, both arms up, shoulders down and separated, teeth unclenched. And then let that left hand come to the mat. And I'm placing it here by my thigh, but it's going to move as I turn. I'm not turning. You know what I'm doing. You can tell. And you can let it slide out a little till you find your comfort point here. You can let your chin go towards your underarm here if you wish. Just feeling this really nice stretch along here. Just sinking into how this feels, letting go of any tension. Noticing how your jaw feels in this, letting go of any clenching that you might have of your jaw. And on your next inhale, come up. And then exhale, both arms down. Reach your hands behind. Breathing in, let your chest come out, let your chin come forward. And then exhale, release. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms up. Shoulders down and separated, chin in a neutral position. And as you exhale, let your arms float down. Clasp your hands behind your back. Or holding onto your wrist, let that chest come forward, let your chin come up, and just a subtle little back bend here, just a bend. And then exhale, release. Very nice. Let's do that one more time. Third time's a charm. Inhale up. Shoulders down and separated. Exhale, float those arms nice and steady. Reaching behind, if it's okay for you. If it's not comfortable to clasp your hands behind your back, you can let them sit on the mat behind you. Just let your chest come forward just a little bit. Let that chin come up. And release. Very nice. Let's put your legs out in front of you. Roll those ankles a little bit. And switch directions. Very nice. Let's breathe in, toes up. Breathe out, toes pointed. Breathe in, toes up. Breathe out, toes pointed. 2 more times, in, out. 1 more time, in, and out. Very nice. All right, let's go into a little bit of a windshield wiper. We're going to do just regular windshield wipers first, and I do them just at my hands so my fingertips are near my hips but out just a little bit. Just give yourself a nice comfortable base, and you're just going to let this little twist action happen as if your knees are the windshield wipers on a car where they go the same direction. I know some cars, they go in towards each other. That's not what we're doing. Just keep them in the same direction, nice and steady. And we're going to make a little change here. So now we're going to exhale, drop your knees, and then just look over your shoulder. And you want to make sure you're sitting up a little. I noticed I was leaning back a little bit farther than I would want to. So, and then inhale, center. And then as you exhale, just let your head turn the opposite direction. You can pick up the pace a little bit, or you can keep it slow, or whichever feels good for you today. Just keep it nice and steady. 1 more each side, whatever your pace is. And stop. Very nice. Okay, we're going to do 1 more pose, seated like this, or more appropriately like this. And this time I do have my legs crossed, but again, whatever works for you is fine. We're just going to do some body rotations, really just loosening everything up and just trying to work on this release. Okay, so I have my hands just relaxed on my knees. We're going to inhale, and I'm going to my right first. I'm just working my way around in a nice little circle, exhaling as I get towards the back. And one of the reasons I remind myself to exhale towards the back is because this is a pose for me, or an action for me, that feels really nice, and I tend to hold my breath. So if I remind myself, exhale on the back, inhale on the front, I remember to breathe. One of those things. We're going to go 1 more time around, and then we're going to switch directions. Okay, so let's switch directions. Now inhale towards the left and the front. My chin is pretty neutral here. This is also can be helpful if you're having some digestive sort of situations. This can be a useful way to relax some things and help. Keep in mind, just as a tool, not as a cure for anything, of course. All of these actions, all of the things we do are just tools for your tool belt of health, my friends. 1 more. 1 more time around. And release. Beautiful. Let's go into cat-cow. So for those of you who've been with me, you know that I do a tabletop cat-cow, but if that doesn't feel good for you, if your wrists are saying not today, that's okay. You can stay here and do cat-cow here. So you would do this on the exhale for your cat, and then bringing it forward on the inhale for your cow. Exhale, tuck, and tuck the chin, and then inhale forward. Shoulders down, and then back. Very nice. So for those of you who are going to join me in a more traditional pose, please do so now. And for those of you who want to stay seated and do cat-cow that way, please do that. If you're joining me table, just make sure that your hip is over your knee, your shoulder is above your wrists, and your hands are nice and wide. We're going to exhale first. And then inhale. And smile. And then exhale, going through the center. And smile. One more. Exhale. And inhale. Beautiful. And then just exhale to center. And then this time from here, we're going to inhale in the center and just exhale. Just take a peek over your left shoulder here. And then inhale back to center. And then take a peek over your other shoulder. Just a little gentle twist. One more time each side. Last side. Inhale to center. Coming on back, and we just spent some time on our wrists, so let's give them a little bit of love here. Just some circles. Switching directions. You may hear some little cracks. That's okay. That's just our body's way of saying needs a little more lubrication in there. So we do these to help release and lubricate. Nice little jazz fingers. Cracks are fine as long as there's no pain, right? So from here, we are going to come to a standing pose. If you would like to go into a down dog, walk forward and come up, go for it. If you need a chair and would like to go up that way, please do. I'm just going to come forward on my hands, step my right foot, then my left foot, and I'm going to slowly rise up. One vertebrae at a time. Let my head be the last thing to come up. Reset my shoulders. Kind of just shake it out. Get everything back in place. Very nice. So from here, I'm going to just inhale up. And I have my feet, they're pretty close, but if you want to have them a little hip width apart, that's fine. If you want to have them touching here, that's fine. Whatever your balance and body is telling you in this moment works for you. That's how they should be, okay? So inhale up, shoulders down and separated. Put your hands together, looking up. Point one finger up like you've got a little tip of a rocket here. And as you exhale, bring your hands back to heart center. Watching your fingertips. Inhale, follow the path of your fingertips up. And exhale down. And as you're doing this, also think about how your knees feel. You want to make sure that you're not locking them in something like this and that they're nice and soft still, okay? Think about the firmness of your feet, making sure they're very strongly planted. So let's do that one more time. Inhale up. And this time when you exhale, just lean a little to the right. And you can look up towards your left arm if you want, or you can keep your gaze neutral. Breathing here. One more. And on your next inhale, straighten. Shoulders down, and on your next exhale, go to the left. Letting that head come up towards your right arm if you wish. And on your next inhale, let's straighten. Exhale, release. Feels nice. Very good. Okay, so sorry, I'm adjusting. Hands to your heart center here. And I am going to put my feet, making sure they're closer together on this one. But again, whatever balance-wise works best for you and gives you the most comfortable strength, then that's what you should do. So hands at your heart center. We're going to breathe in here. And as you exhale, just rotate your torso to the right and release the arms. And then exhale back to center. Inhale here. And then exhale to the left, just the torso. Inhale here. And back to center. You don't have to spread the arms out. You don't have to do that if you don't want. You can keep them right here in prayer pose. That's fine too. So let's breathe in here. Exhale, rotate. Letting your head go as well, but keeping your hips nice and forward. Okay. Back to center. And then exhale. Inhale. One more time each side. Exhale. Stretching those arms if it's okay for you. Back to center. Last time. And release. Very nice. We are going to do a little bit of a sequence with a chair pose. And then high lunge or warrior one, whichever feels better for your back leg there. Okay, so we're going to start with chair pose. So you can come up to the top of your mat since we are going to segue this into a lunge. You want to make sure that you have space. So at the top of your mat, I'm going to do it forward first. And then when we go in, I'm going to go forward first. But okay, so we're going to shoulders down and separated. Your feet, you want to have a nice sturdy base here. Some people like to do it with their toes touching. Some people like a little bit of space. You choose. Okay, ready? So breathing in. Arms up, and as you exhale, you want to just bend those knees. You can let the back come out a little bit here, and you can put your hands on your hips if you want. And then we're going to breathe in up. Give a little back bend, hands to your heart center. So we're going to do that 2 more times. Breathing in. Exhale into chair. Really bringing some nice strength to your quads, some nice strength to your ankles. Breathing in, up. Exhale to your heart center. Very nice. Last time like that. Breathing in. A little bit of an back bend here. And then as you exhale, come forward. And relax into chair. And you want your shoulders away from your ears. Feel like they're down, right? And only going down as far as you're comfortable. It's not important how far down you go, right? It's just let you go. And again, you can put your hands here if reaching them out is not your thing today. That's okay. So breathing here, 1 more breath. And as you inhale, let's straighten those legs. Okay, so this is the part where we turn it into high lunge or warrior. I say high lunge because sometimes if I say warrior, people think way too much about their back foot and it doesn't feel good on their knee. So that's why I give you a choice. So we are going to go from chair to this. Let me show you. So we're going to go chair, and then you're going to take your right foot and step it back. If you want to bend it, you can. If you want to keep the foot forward, you can. If you want to do a little bit of a little more warrior one, you can step it back and put your, let me show you how my foot is. The foot is turned in just a little bit, okay? So do what works for you. I will be doing what works for me. make a great team. So let's inhale up, shoulders down and separated. Exhale, coming into chair. I'm going to put my hands on my right thigh and then step that right thigh back, right into a blanket here. And then I'm just going to bend a little bit. I'm going to tuck my tailbone in and I'm going to raise my arms because that feels okay. And you want to think about this front foot. You want to make sure that your knee is above your ankle here and that you can still say hi to your toes. Hello. As you're breathing here. You can put your hands here if you want. That's okay. Breathing in. Nice and strong. Squeezing. Tucking your tailbone in. You can sink down a little deeper if it's okay for you. And on your next inhale, let's straighten. Bring your feet together. Inhale up. And exhale to your heart center. Nice. Let's do the other side. Ready? Breathing in. Exhale into chair. Placing your hands on your left thigh now, so we know that our left thigh is the one we're going to move. We're going to step it back into a high lunge, or if you want to shift it, you can do that too. Think about this right knee. You want to make sure it's over your ankle. Breathing here. And again, you can put your hands down. You can put them on your knee. Dealer's choice. Breathing here. One more breath. Really strengthening those quads. Bringing a nice strong connection between your hip and your knee. Breathing in. Stepping forward and exhale. You did it. Very nice. Let's do that sequence one more time. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale, chair. Inhale here. Exhale to lunge. Inhale back to chair and up. Exhale, heart center. Last side, here we go. Inhale up. Exhale, chair. You want to make sure those knees don't come in towards each other. You want to make sure they stay in their own space. Stay in your lane, knees. Hands on your left thigh, so we know that's the one we're stepping back. Breathing here. Bending if you want. Shoulders down and separated. Next inhale, back to chair. Inhale up. And exhale, heart center. Very nice. We're going to do one more thing with chair. We're going to do a little twist. You guys are doing such a good job. Okay, ready? So from here, we're going to inhale up. Exhale, chair. Hands to your heart center. And this time, you're going to twist. You can put your elbow on your thigh and twist like this. Or if that doesn't feel great, you can just twist like this, okay? So whichever you're choosing. I went to the right first. I am going to put my elbow on my thigh and just do a little twist this way. But keep in mind, if that doesn't feel right for you, just twist just your upper torso. That's fine too. Breathing here. And then inhale back to center and up. Exhale. Good. Okay, ready? One more time. We'll do the other side. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart center in chair. And twist or twist. Just a couple of breaths here. And inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Let's take a moment in mountain to just sort of reset and notice how we're feeling after that sequence. That was a nice sequence there, my friends. So I'm going to stand with my feet just a comfortable distance apart. Think about how they feel on the mat. Think about my knees, making sure they're nice and soft. Palms facing out, shoulders down, teeth unclenched. I'm just going to notice my breath, my heart rate, and how everything feels. Noticing my big toe, how that feels on the mat. Just grounding in here. Noticing how all of my toes feel on the mat. My heels. One more breath here. And just release. That felt great. All right, so from here, let's do a little bit of a reset. We're going to inhale up, clasp your hands, and we're just going to let them go to the side. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. One more. And exhale. And then inhale, center. And as you exhale, let your hands come all the way down. Let those wrists find each other behind your back. Inhale, chest out, chin up. And then as you exhale, just release. Just roll those shoulders. Just give them a nice little roll. Breathing as you do, nice and even. Switching directions. Beautiful. Shake it out. Let's give yourself a nice wide stance here. We're going to do goddess pose, one of my favorites, because I always feel so strong in this pose, right? Like, oh, I don't know, a goddess. So toes out, just as far as is comfortable for you. If that's not comfortable, you don't have to have them out, but if you can. And your stance should be as wide as, again, you're comfortable with, right? We're going to breathe in here. And as you exhale, just let your knees bend and find your space. Okay, so inhale up. Exhale, bend. Couple more times. Inhale up. Exhale, bend. And you really want to think about your knees. You want to make sure that you're not collapsing them inward. You want to keep them nice and out. So if you need to adjust, one of the reasons we do our up and down a few times is so that your body can tell you where it's going to be the most comfortable and so that you can adjust as needed. Okay, so that way once we're in the pose, you can come up while I babble. So that way once we're in the pose, you are less likely to shift and adjust. Okay, so let's take another inhale here. Exhale. And let's just let this settle for a moment and breathe here. Just let your hands be relaxed. We're going to take a few breaths here. Really feel that nice strength in your quads. Sinking a little lower if you can. Inhale. Exhale. And on your next inhale, just straighten those legs. We're going to shake it out a little bit. We're going to go back in, and this time we're going to add our eagle arms. Yay! Okay, ready? So inhale, find your space. Exhale, only as far as you want, and then we're going to wind your hands and think about which one is underneath. For me, my right hand is underneath. We're just going to breathe here. A nice little eagle twist. Inhale, see if you can raise those arms up a little bit. Feel that beautiful stretch in the shoulders. If this does not feel like a beautiful stretch in your shoulders, then go ahead and just put your hands here. That's okay too. Breathing here. And then exhale, release. Inhale. And then wind the other hand underneath and sink down. Breathing here. Oh, I'm starting to feel it. Breathing here again. And you can raise those arms up if you want for an additional stretch. One more breath if you can. You can do it, and release on the inhale. Very, very nice. Well done. So let's take a breath here. We're going to come back to the floor and do some really nice breathing. Okay, so take a seat. I'm going to do some stretches too for our legs. So let's lower yourselves down nice and gently. You can bring your knees into your chest, and we're just going to rotate here. Nice little massage. Feels so good. You can switch directions. Very nice. And let both feet come to the mat. Let your right leg go out straight. And just hold on to your left leg below your knee, your shin area if you can, and just bring it in and breathe here. Just nice gentle breaths. And then release your left leg out straight, bringing your right leg in. Just bringing it as close as you're comfortable. And breathe. Very nice. Bringing both legs in. Fingertips are pointing towards your toes, hands on your knees. You're going to inhale here. And as you exhale, bring your knees towards your chest. Inhale, let them push away. Exhale towards your chest. Inhale away. Exhale towards your chest. Inhale. This time on the exhale, see if it's okay for you to raise your head up just a little bit, as if your chin was going to head towards your knees. You ready? Or your nose. Sorry, your chin should say neutral. Just follow me. So exhale. You want to keep your chin neutral. You want to keep that little nice space there, but as if your nose is going to head towards your knees. And then inhale away. Again, exhale. Just as much as you can, if you can. Last time. And release. Exhale. This time, legs up. Inhale, bend. Exhale in. So inhale away. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale in. Inhale away. Exhale up, and this time we're going to stay here for a few breaths. I released my hands to the mat, palms up. If this is not something that feels great for you today, you can just bend your knees a little, that's okay, or just put your feet completely on the mat, that's fine too. Breathing here, just a couple of breaths. And then on your next inhale, bend those knees and just bring them all the way to the mat. Okay, so from here, put my arms out to the sides, or you can put them up in cactus arms as well. If lying in this position you feel too much of a space in your lower back, you could take your handy dandy towel and just place it under there if you wish. Right under your hips. You're going to put your feet and knees together. I'm going to inhale here. And as you exhale, let your legs drop to the right and let your head go to the left. And then inhale to the center. And then exhale to the left. Head to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. This next time, inhale, center. We're going to stay for a little bit. Get nice and cozy, folks, because we're spending some time to the right. You can let your head go to the left if it's okay for you, or keep it in neutral. And you want to think about your shoulders here. You want to make sure that they are connecting with your mat. And just breathing here in this nice, gentle twist. And on your next inhale, bring those knees back to center. And then as you exhale, get cozy on the left side. And again, think about those shoulders, letting them both connect to the mat. And on your next inhale, you're going to bring your knees back to the center. Inhale. Let your arms come down to your sides. Take your right foot, let your ankle cross at your knee. And if it's okay for you to raise your left leg, you can hold at your thigh or hold at your shin. I would avoid holding at the knee, but if you can hold here or here, go ahead and just enjoy that nice little stretch. you can keep your leg a little down if that's better for you, but if you can, breathing here. And releasing. Let's do the same on the left side. Leg up. Let that ankle cross over your thigh. If it's okay for you to bring it up, you can. If it feels better here, that's fine too. And then if you can let your hands hold your thigh or at your shin. Chin is in a neutral position. And I actually have my right foot flexed, but again, if that's not something that is comfortable for you, you don't need to do it. And then slowly release. Let's let your legs stretch out. Let's let your arms stretch above your head if it's okay for you. And just stretch as far as you can in each direction, just as if there's a gentle tug on each end. Just letting your shoulders connect with the mat. You can point your toes, just stretching, right? Breathing and stretching, and then release. Let's come up to seated, cross-legged pose. I'm going to do some spine rocks, which is just this, but you can come up in any way that feels safe for you. Spine rocks just always feel really good on my back at this point in our practice. So we are going to get ready for Shavasana, but before we do, we just want to take a moment here. Let's just breathe in, raising your shoulders to your ears. And release. 2 more times like that. Breathing in. And release. Last time. Breathing in. Little more. Little more. And release. Very nice. Stretch those legs out. We did a lot of work with our legs today. Let's do another ankle roll. There you go. Very nice. Just get a little bit of a shimmy shake in here. You can open them and do some windshield wipers this way. And very nice. So we are going to go into our Shavasana. So basically get comfortable. This is our final pose in yoga. It's so important because it is an opportunity for your body and your mind to just process everything that we just did in our practice. Lets everything just settle in so that you can carry it with you as you go through your day. And it's also a really nice opportunity for everything to just take a break. So without further ado, we are going to do a little targeted breathing. So we'll breathe in for 4 and hold it, and then release for 4. So come down on the mat, get comfortable in whatever way makes sense for you. You can take eyeglasses off. You don't have to close your eyes, but you can if you would like. If you want to have something underneath your legs, you can. Whatever feels good for you and is going to help you feel the most at peace and settled in this moment, okay? I'm going to think about your shoulders connecting with the mat. Your neck is in a neutral position. And just let your head slowly drop to the right. And then make its way to the left. Super slow motion. Very nice. Let your hand come to your abdomen. We're going to breathe in for 4. Ready? Breathing in. 2, 3, 4, and hold. And release. 2, 3, 4. Again. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4. And hold. And release. 2, 3, 4. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4. And hold. And release. 2, 3, 4. Let your hand come back to your mat. Let your breathing settle into its own special pattern. And as you're noticing your breath, begin to notice how each part of your body physically feels on your mat. Your feet. And encourage each part of your body, every muscle, to just let go. To just let go. There is nothing left for them to do but breathe. Your feet can let go. Your knees. Give your entire body permission to do nothing but breathe. Just let go. Feel like they are at complete rest and ease. Your thighs that we gave so much love to in our practice today. Encourage your thighs to release, to let go, to settle into the mat. Your hips, your abdomen, arms. Now is the time. It's okay to let them go. Your shoulders, release. Your neck, your head. Eyebrows, lips, all allowed to release, all allowed to relax. Notice how you feel settled and relaxed on your mat. And now your thoughts. Allow your thoughts to let go. Allow them to let go of anything that they've been holding on to that you no longer need. Notice how good that release feels. How refreshing and light it feels to just let go. And if you notice a thought or a feeling pop in that you no longer want, that you no longer need, or that no longer serves you, smile and let it go. And allow this sense of release to just move through your entire body. This renewed energy that's calming and revitalizing at the same time. Because there's nothing holding it down. Everything is fresh. Notice the lightness as you release. Notice a smile playing across your lips as you mentally release. As you let go. Do not worry about the past. Do not dwell on it. We do not dream of the future. We notice this moment. We embrace this moment. We let go of the past. We let go of thoughts of the future. And we relax into this moment. As you notice how your body feels on your mat, notice if there's a sense of lightness, a sense of calm, and a sense of refreshed energy. And slowly begin to move your toes, your ankles, and open and close your hands. You can open your eyes if they were closed, and just let your body stretch whatever way feels good for you. Bringing your knees into your chest. We're going to gently rock from side to side. And when you get to the side that feels strongest for you today, come all the way over and pause for just one more moment. And then bring yourself up to seated cross-legged pose. Take a moment here and consider your intent for class. I am so thankful you joined me. I will send you on your way with a namaste.